without further ado, let us back in here. Let us begin. Cinemaxing with this music. Okay, so our lead on this fight is Crobat. You'll notice that we are pre-slept for the first fight. That is important. So we will just U-turn on this Wobbuffet. This can either counter me. We do like the chippage here. Life orb damage will be important. We obviously can only really get 2 moves here with pre-sleep. I guess it could mirror code, but obviously it's not going to do anything. But yeah, this could also explode. But yeah, as you can see, we're immune to counter, and then this thing literally does nothing. So we can just Shadow Punch it and kill it with Dusknoir. Okay, this will bait in Drifblim now. Alright. We are just gonna go hard into Feraligatr. And then at level 68 with the Expert Belt, we'll outspeed and kill this with Knockoff. Hurricane also doesn't confuse in this game, so we don't have to worry about that. And we can just outspeed and kill with Knockoff. But the reason why Hurricane doesn't confuse is that it's coded to have Thunder's effect, so it can't also have the confusion. It's kind of a Gen 4 ROM hacking limitation, if you will. Alright, so this will be Drain Punch from Hari. We are at 111. Let me just double check that. It has not been burned yet. Yeah, so this will always be Drain Punch. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into bat. This will not do very much damage, obviously. Now the Flame Orb activates. Not gonna matter. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do something pretty funny. We're gonna click Brave Bird. And with Life Orb, this will always kill. We're gonna do a fuck ton of recoil to ourselves with this and the Life Orb, but that's very important. What is my favorite Gen 4 move animation? That's a great question. There's a lot of good ones. I really like Close Combat. Rock Tomb is a good one. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Leaf Blade's a good pick. I like the Heart Gold Soul Silver Psycho Boost animation. I think is pretty fucking cool. Roar of Time has a cool animation. I like Hydro Cannon's animation a lot too. That's a pretty cool one. Alright, anyways, so we took all this fucking damage here so that Crobat would be dead to Ice Beam, and Ice Beam specifically. Why is that? Well, this Wailord has a set of Water Spout, Trick Room, Ice Beam, and Self-Destruct. And we don't want it to click Trick Room, so we wanted to see a kill. And then Self-Destruct is not calced for damage, and neither is Water Spout. So by guaranteeing a kill with Ice Beam, it will click Ice Beam and not either of those 2 moves. And Sunflora is pre-slept here. Perfect. And Sunflora is holding a Miracle Seed and will kill with Grass Knot. Okay, and this Blissey literally cannot do anything to Absol, so we will go here. We can, we can mash a fighting move maybe on this, but because it has Soft Boiled and Reflect, we're just gonna do this. Little Judecombe Parish. So swap out here. I mean, this is really just not fucking with us, obviously, with the Parish counter up. And then we can Drain Punch with Croc, because why not? Look at this recovery. Even with Chopple and Reflect, but yeah, I mean, like, this Toxic is not going to matter, and it'll get healed before the next fight, so yeah, it's just going to die next turn. Don't care. Don't care. I really don't care. And yeah, it just dies. All right, so that is the first fight in this triple back-to-back. All right, now Marley's team is pretty fun. As you can see, we've been healed back up. This Ninjask has Swords Dance, Mega Horn, Close Combat, and Baton Pass. So, or Superpower and Baton Pass. So Crobat just sits on this thing. I don't think it should be able to Baton Pass here if I read the Baton Pass AI logic correctly, because it doesn't have any boost. So this will most likely just Swords Dance. I guess it could attack here, but either way is okay. Yeah, so just Swords Dances, and then we have Heat Wave on Crobat to kill this with the Life Orb. It will Mega Die, and this is also going to bait in Electrode, which is definitely a problem Pokemon on this team. And it's literally the reason why we scaled Heat Wave on Crobat, was to be able to kill this Electrode. So that's 2 down right there. Alright. This is Weavile. I'm just gonna swap out, because this is probably gonna be Ice Shard. Actually, we might not be dead to Ice Shard here. Might be Fake Out. Whatever. Either way, we're gonna just swap in Aggron. Aggron walls the piss out of this thing. And we will literally just recover everything with Drain Punch. Yeah. Tough day to be a Weavile. Okay, this is Arcanine. This will always be Earthquake. So we will go into Feraligatr. And then this will be, I think, either E-Speed or Stone Edge, but either way with Battle Armor here, we'll tank. And we'll just one-shot this with Aqua Tail. Since we are Expert Belt. Okay, Crobat is in, so let's check our HP here. This is Inner Focus Crobat, not Shadow Tag. Very, very important piece of information. So we're at 107 out of 211. We're at 51%, so never sees a kill. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna Sucker Punch, and I'm basically gonna get myself into kill range. With Battle Armor, we're always safe to every move. And yeah, like that. So this will either chip Crobat or it'll fail and get us confused, and then we have a safe swap to Aggron. So it does go for the attack here. And then we live this just barely, but we do. And then what we do is, since we're baiting a kill now, we can swap into Aggron and not have to deal with 2 Confuse Rays, basically. And Aggron will kill this with Head Smash. Yeah, we have the Person Berry. It's literally exactly why you don't want to swap in on another Confuse Ray. And like that. And now we're on to Buck. That is the last fight. Okay, he's got a Shuckle. So the first thing we're gonna do is, this thing does not have a single attacking move. We're literally just gonna taunt it. And then we're gonna go to Absol. And we're gonna two-shot this. And then we have another taunt just in case we don't kill this and the taunt wears off. Or we can just crit. That's alright too. Okay. This is Dusknoir. This will be Mach Punch. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go into our own Dusknoir. Perfect. And then this Dusknoir is running Shadow Force and knockoff. So I believe this can do either here, just because of knockoff A, and I do have an item. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to Sucker Punch this for chip damage. The S variants, you'll probably see that a couple times, but the S variants of this game are AI only versions of specific Pokemon that have different abilities than the players. So this Dusknoir, for example, has Levitate, whereas the player's Dusknoir only has Iron Fist. So we will Sucker Punch here. Okay, so it does go for Shadow Force, and then we will go to Absol. Alright, and then after Absol, we'll go to Crobat on the Mach Punch, and then with that chippage from the Sucker Punch, we will kill this with Brave Bird. And then this Umbreon is also kind of hilarious because we also have HP on Crobat to just U-turn cycle this. So we'll get a big U-turn off here. Then we'll go to Croc. This will be Psychic. This will be Focus Blast. And listen, guys, Umbreon Focus Blast. Not doing a lot of damage here. Oh, and it can just miss. So we will U-turn again. If we crit kill this, it's fine. Yep, that's okay. That's a-okay. Because then we just go into Croc. And we would have gone to Croc and killed the Croc anyways, so obviously the crit kill there doesn't matter. Okay, Torkoal. So this Torkoal has a Power Herb. And because it has a Power Herb, it means that Solar Beam is on +2 score automatically. It does have Will-O-Wisp, but it should always go for Solar Beam here with the modifier from the Power Herb, so we don't have to worry about that. And we'll two-shot this with Aqua Tail. Perfect. And then we always tank this with Battle Armor. And yeah, this is GG's. And we kill this. Another Aqua Tail. Croc is so fucking good for this fight. And we'll also just shit on this Claydol too, by the way. Good night. Like that. So that is the 6v15 or whatever the fuck this is completed.